Ma'am, excuse me.
May I request the chairman, emeritus of Priyadarshni Academy, Mr. Nanik Rupani, to escort our dignitaries for the evening to take their seats on the dais. Our guest of honor is Juhi Chawla. Mehta, can we have you take your seat on stage? Our very special guest of this evening, Mr. Juhi. Please join us on stage. Dr. Mohan Bhai Patel, member of the Global Awards Advisory Committee. Mr. Chandar Mangnani, Trustee, Priyadarshni Academy. Mr. Niranjan Hiranandani, Chairman, Priyadarshni Academy. Please take your seats on stage. And our chief guest will be here in just a few minutes, but we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, I know all of you are very excited to see Juhi over here. She's not going anywhere. She's going to be here with us throughout the program. But I need to move along. May I request all of you to please stand for the national anthem.
भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Okay, while they're lighting the lamp, let me give you a brief introduction about Priyadarshni Academy. Priyadarshni Academy was established in Nainchen. The Academy provides educational assistance to deserving and needy students, offers opportunities to young talented artists in the field of classical music and dance, presents literary awards annually in 4 languages. And please put your hands together for Juhi Chawla. Now, there's a lot of commotion here. I know that place is a problem, but I would request you all to stop the chatter in the back so we can listen to what is being said on stage. Please pay attention. She has something very, very important to share with all of you. Yeah? Thank you so much for your cooperation. A very, very good evening to the extremely kind, the wonderfully wise, our respected Vice Chancellor Saab Deshmukh ji, the lovely, lovely gentleman, Mr. Rupani ji, the ever charming and ever so eloquent Mr. Hiranandani ji, Mr. Israni, Mr. Patel, Mr. Mangnani, a very good evening to all of you. And ladies, gentlemen, and lots of young people. Lovely meeting all of you. Namaste, thank you so much. रूपानी जी ने मुझे कहा कि आज ये शाम ऐसी है, यहाँ पर हेड्स ऑफ इंस्टीट्यूशंस होंगे, बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स होंगे, तो तुम आओ और अपने कुछ बातें हैं, कोई एक मुद्दा है जो मैंने आजकल इस पर काम शुरू कर दिया है, तो ही सेड कम हियर इज एन ऑडियंस, सो स्पीक टू देम अबाउट इट। तो आज मैं आपसे प्लास्टिक्स के बारे में बात करूँगी। अब आप सोचेंगे ये क्या बात है, प्लास्टिक सुबह से शाम तक आप इसका इस्तेमाल करते हैं, मगर इसके बारे में हम जानते कितना है। तो आज मैं कुछ आपको दिखाऊंगी, समझाऊंगी। So why am I speaking to students and to heads of institutions? Why do I think this is important? Because we do not inherit the earth from our ancestors. We do not inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children. And in 2014, the Supreme Court said, the Supreme Court observed that unless we examine a total ban on plastic bags, the next generation will be threatened by something more serious than the atom bomb. So I will speak to you. I will take you through some Okay, I will take you through some facts about plastic. Then I will show you some alarming effects that it has on the environment and on our health. And then we will just very briefly go through what can we do about it. So just some facts about plastic. You must have heard this. ये आपने कहीं सुना होगा ऐसे ऊपर से कि plastic does not decompose. ये कभी धरती नहीं बन जाता. This is never going to decompose for the next 1000 years. What does this mean? This means कि every piece of plastic that was ever made about 50 to 60 years ago, जो भी बना था तब से इस धरती पर कहीं ना कहीं आज भी फ्लोट कर रहा है. And what is being made today is going to last for the next 1000 years. Today, annually in the world, they make 300 million tons of plastic. And where does it all go? It goes into the oceans, the lakes, the ponds, the rivers. And if it doesn't go there, it goes into a landfill. And if it doesn't go there, it's still on the streets. And then it lands up in the stomachs of wandering cows, dogs, cats, and now even in wild animals. Second fact, when plastic is made, anything made out of plastic, they have to add toxic chemicals. These are poisonous chemicals. You would never put them in your mouth when in the factory when this plastic is being made. But once it is made, we are using it in all kinds of ways. In its making, toxic chemicals are added. Whether it is to make a transparent bottle, colored toys, so the colors, whether something has to be made elastic, so the elasticizer, or something has to be made fire resistant, very, very heavy chemicals are used. The third one. Before we go to the third one, how many of you drink water from plastic bottles? How many? Please, hands up. सबके हाथ ऊपर जाएंगे. Okay, think about this. PET bottles, which are the soft drink bottles, your sports drink bottles, your ketchup, sauce bottles. Assuming that the company does its best to give you the best water inside that bottle from the factory. Now from the factory, when it is being transported to, जब तक दुकान में आता है, वो कैसे आता है? It comes loaded on trucks in tempos. These trucks and tempos are not AC. They are traveling in the heat sometimes. Sometimes we can. Our normal average temperatures are 40, 42, 45 in the north. These bottles travel in those open trucks and tempos exposed to heat. So when, and then again, when they are in the shops, every shop is not AC controlled. Many are stored in dhabas and small shops in the heat. So what happens to these chemicals which are used in the plastic? They start leaching out and they come into whatever it is that you are consuming. पॉलीस्टाइरीन, मुझे बताइए कितने सारे लोग हैं यहाँ पर जो वो थर्मोकोल की प्लेट्स में बर्थडे पार्टीज पे खाना खाते हैं या खाना देते हैं। जो पॉलीस्टाइरीन की प्लेट्स हैं आपने ज़रूर देखी होंगी, थर्मोकोल की प्लेट्स। बहुत सारे लोग इसे जानते हैं, बर्थडे पार्टीज पे, वेडिंग्स पे, कहाँ कहाँ नहीं इस्तेमाल होता है। That polystyrene can leach styrene. This is a suspected carcinogen. Especially in the presence of heat. कितनी बार हम अपने बच्चों की बर्थडे पार्टी पे गरम गरम इडली सांभर उसके ऊपर डाल के बच्चों को दे देते हैं। So we don't think where did this plate come from? What is used in the making of it? So let's go back to fact number 1, that this plastic that is being made, it never goes away. 300 million tons of plastic every year is being manufactured. It is everywhere. It is in the lakes, in the oceans, in the rivers, and it is on the land. In the lakes, in the rivers, what is it doing? It is breaking up into smaller and smaller bits. It's never going away. Those bits are again leaching the chemicals that it was made with into the water. Your water is getting poisoned. When it is in the landfill, and we have mountains of landfills outside of every city, all this toxic chemical is coming into your soil because the sun is shining, the rain comes down, the wind breaks the plastic, and these chemicals come into your soil, and from there it goes into your water. So that way your groundwater is getting poisoned. Now, I have told you all this. I would like to show you a short film on plastics. So can we have the house lights a little bit dim, please? Just the house lights, please. Can we dim the lights? We have it. It's ready. The sound. Alright, can we fix the sound, please? Can we make the picture a little bigger? It's very tiny. Sorry, can you run that again? Can you start that again? Just make it bigger. Because the people... I'm glad that you connected with the film. Because for our children, that's all these young people standing here, sitting here. For our very next generation, we need to make the change. And how do we do that? You can invite us, our team, Citizens for Tomorrow, to come and make presentations to the students, to the teachers, to parents, the staff of your institutions. We are happy to come across, tell them all about it, and help make small changes in the institutions. Like, for instance, in the canteens, throw away all that plastic that is getting used, you know, those forks and spoons and plates and cups, plastic cups, water cups, because all this is, it's just a convenience, it's not a necessity. We can go back to steel, we can go back to eco-friendly products. In our projects, in schools and colleges, Do away with the thermocol and the styrofoam use. Simple things like encourage the kids, say, we're going to use earth-friendly products, use bamboo, use cardboard, use cotton, use jute. Do what you want, go use your heads and come up with something more earth-friendly. So many little changes like that, which are small, but they have a huge, when you think about the numbers you use and you will stop using, it's a huge amount of waste that you will be saving on. And of course, you can join us. All the children, kids, big kids, small kids, join us. Spread the word. Tell people around you about it. And let us be the ones to make that change. Let us be the smart, clever Indians that we always were. We always lived in an eco-friendly way until we got into this kind of use and throw culture. So let's throw that culture away and go back to our culture. And yes, we must do this because I think we owe it to the children. We do not inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children. So thank you everybody for listening to me today.
Thank you for being here, Juhi. You're doing a phenomenal job. I know whatever cause you take up, you make sure it gets done. So I'm sure this is just the beginning of great things to happen. Dr. Deshmukh, thank you once again for joining us this year. I think you're part of Priyadarshni now. We can consider you to be part of our organization. Thank you so much for being here once again. The Academy is indeed very fortunate to have the highly charismatic real estate tycoon, Mr. Niranjan Hiranandani, as its chairman. He's the co-founder and managing director of the Hiranandani Group. And by the way, he recently completed his doctorate, so he is now Dr. Niranjan Hiranandani. Please welcome him to the
Good evening, friends. It is actually a great honor to have the Vice Chancellor of Mumbai University, Mr. Sanjay Deshmukh, with us. He's made a paradigm of Mumbai University. People worried about how to spend 50 crores.
Our Chief Guest, Mr. Sanjay Deshmukh, Guest of Honor Juhi Chawla Mehta, President, Chairman of Priyadarshni Academy, Niranjan Hiranandani, Mohan Bhai Patel, Nichal Islam. And for him, 1 crore is almost a peanut for him today because you read billions of dollars he's doing. And the film was, you talk to them, I'm sure they will help you. We have Maya Shahani, Mohan Bhai Patel, he said that he has got 9,000 students. Juhi, 9,000 students. He's saying, I'm ready to take up this program for you, So, I can go on. It's really a pleasure. Priyadarshni, day by day, in all the colleges, all the schools also.
We'd like to acknowledge the presence of some very eminent individuals who are here with us today. We'd like to present a welcome bouquet to Mr. Gulu Watumal, newly appointed here. Dr. Ashok Wadia, Principal Jai Hind College, thank you again for being with us. You've always supported the Academy for many, many years and we appreciate your continued support. Mr. Ramesh and Mrs. Suman Tulsiani, they both have hearts of gold, always there to support a good cause. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. The one and only has authored several collections of satire, including Raja Nanga Hai, for which he has been selected for this year's award. He is a social activist and believes that a writer must practice what he preaches. He is the editor of the magazine Dal Roti.
प्रियदर्शनी वालों को बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ कि उन्होंने मेरी किताब के लिए मुझे यहाँ सम्मानित किया। आपका बहुत बहुत आभार।
रिसाइकल होनी चाहिए। जो लोग स्कॉलरशिप्स लेकर चले जाते हैं, पढ़ते हैं, आगे बढ़ते हैं, उनको लौट कर इसी स्कॉलरशिप को लौटाना चाहिए। पढ़कर आगे बढ़ने वाले अगर लौट कर अपना कंट्रीब्यूशन नहीं करते हैं तो मिस्टर हीरानंदानी जैसे बहुत सारे लोग भी आ जाएं तो मुझे लगता है विल शॉर्टफॉल। सबसे जरूरी बात यह है कि जिसने समाज से कुछ भी लिया है उसे समाज को लौटाना चाहिए। ये हमारा फर्ज है और ये हमारा इंसान होने का पहला सबूत है। मैं लिखती हूँ, मातृभाषा में लिखती हूँ, बहुत गर्व है कि मैं अपनी भाषा में लिखती हूँ, गुजराती हूँ और बहुत खुशी है कि जूही जी इज नाउ वन ऑफ अस। तो चावला के पीछे जब मेहता लगता है तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है। और many people may not know, but her family has a tradition of educationists before 150 years. Nanji Kalidas started an institution for women, ladies, girls in Porbandar before almost 150 years.
Mr. Israni, may I request you to say a few words? And thank you for your continued support to the Academy. Please give him a huge round of applause. Okay, while she is doing that, I'm going to go ahead and present one more scholarship. In the meantime, Ms. Arushi Shah from Jai Hind College is the recipient of the doctor.
Respected Dr.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have the sense that everybody is going to be extremely happy if I did this vote of thanks in less than half a minute. So let me try to do that. We have come to the conclusion of the 33rd anniversary of Priyadarshni Academy Educational Scholarships and Literary Awards program. As far as the scholarships program is concerned, this, as Mr. Rupani said, has been a bumper program. This is a record-breaking program for us, and there are a lot of people. Dr. Sanjay for kindly consenting to be the chief guest and giving us valuable time, and for associating with us for quite a bit of time. This is the second time that he has been with us, and I'm sure that he will continue to associate with us. I want to thank Ms. Juhi Chawla for addressing us on a very important subject. And also to the Priyadarshni Academy Secretariat, particularly Saurabh, for doing a fantastic job, just because of the quantity of the awards. Thank you.